Got you now, though, you swan. You're not gonna keep away from me forever. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Unfinished Swan. Now that I'm done with Portal, I figured I'd go to this, because I already played What Remains of Edith Finch at one point, so why not play the other game that they made? What Remains of Edith Finch actually alluded to with one of their characters. Loading. That's totally fine.
Monroe's mother had always been much better at starting things than finishing them. When she died, she left behind over 300 canvases, not one of them finished.
Oh.
Along with Monroe, who felt pretty unfinished himself. The orphanage allowed him to keep only one painting, and so he chose the unfinished swan that had always been his mother's favorite. But that night, he woke up to find the swan had disappeared. So he took his mother's silver paintbrush and followed the footprints into a little door he hadn't seen before.
Yes. Darkness. Of course, the whole point of this game is that everything is initially white, pitch white, and then you use splotches of paint to sort of paint the world. Isn't that beautiful? Making very great use of the decal system. It's a very good decal system. I wouldn't mind being able to do something like this myself. Just, you know, splat something and have it appear like that. It's very good use of texturing, I think. I don't know how to do it myself. But perhaps there might be a tutorial on how to do it in certain engines, like Unity. Maybe not to this extent. Or at least I haven't seen any that are to this extent, I mean. Where it just automatically seems to unwrap by it automatically seems to wrap around the polygons myself, I mean. Like, obviously you can use planes that wrap around an object, but this looks a lot more sophisticated than that. Oh, look at that. Got ourselves a little bench here. Isn't that nice? That a fence? Yep, it's a fence. Isn't that great? What the? Steps, I see. I should be careful, though. If I'm not careful, I'll just make it pitch black instead. Gotta leave some kind of, look at that. You need to create some kind of gaps. I hear frogs. I'm sure you do too. Ah, yes. Water. Isn't that nice? Oh. That is one big frog. Holy crap. Holy crap. Whoa. Look at that. Crazy. Oh, okay. What way next? Obviously... Yeah, there we go. Any other platforms that I can go on? Oh, here we go. Oh, bud. I didn't notice. We're getting there. Little by little. Nice. There's not too much to this game, but I do love the way it's presented. It's great. Nice. Quite nice. Am I getting close? Nah, not that close. Gotta love context clues. Even without textures, except for solid colors. And I think that's probably the most unique part about this game, that you basically fill in the blanks yourself. It's almost like you're painting the world, in a sense. And that's sort of how you could tell if someone was just stealing someone else's footage. Not just by the way they move, which you would be able to find in any game, but more so how they would paint the world, because I doubt mine, the way I'm painting it, looks exactly like someone else's. It would have your own little touch, you know? Yes, you can infer that that is a kingly statue based on the mustache. There we go. I'm just gonna leave enough of a gap that you can still tell for the detail. Isn't that nice? What detail there is to be found, anyway. Huh, okay, I see. Yes. Quite interesting, isn't it? I think there's actually a challenge to complete this game without using paint at all, which would basically involve you just blindly walking around. You can hear the footsteps, so maybe it's possible to play this game completely blind. I just don't trust in myself to be able to do such a feat. You know what I'm saying? Oh, good, the footsteps are up here. As a reminder that I'm probably going the right way, I would imagine. What's down there? Well, whatever's down there, I want to see what's in here. Okay, I am in fact going the right way. There is a red balloon. Interestingly enough. Curious where you're going with all this. What's this? Oh, it's a hand. Isn't that nice? What's this? Pig. It's a pig. Isn't that just great? Oh, a wall there. Right in front of a wall. Ooh, what do we have here? Oh. Okay. Spit roast. Cool. From pig to spit roast. Great. That's just great. We get to meet Porky, and then we get to meet Porky's ultimate fate. Just kidding. Or maybe I'm not. Who knows? Who even knows if that's what it's supposed to represent? It could just be my own artistic interpretation. That's what I'm going to choose to call this. Artistic interpretation. Just as this isn't a great fall, it's just an artistical gravity fall. Or I don't know what I'm talking about. Do I seem like the kind of person who knows what he's talking about? The answer would be no. I am not. And I'm probably not qualified to talk on artistic matters either. Even if art is somewhat subjective. At least to a degree. They say beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Okay, that makes more sense. Yes, we need to go towards the red balloon, I would gather. Not around it. Wait, where'd it go? I still have no idea where I'm going. Okay. I'm headed in the right direction, at least. Oh, okay. A gate. Isn't that wonderful? Oh. Okay, then. You tease me so. The king was young.
The king was young, arrogant, and amazingly talented. He was convinced no color existed that was good enough for his garden, so he left it white. While he pondered how to create some new colors, his kingdom began attracting settlers, and soon he found himself with bigger problems.
Oh, really? What bigger problems might that be? I guess it's a good thing that even though I did see someone play through this game, it's been forever, so a lot of it is still new and fresh to me. I honestly don't remember that much about the game. I do know that there is the king and there's a hedge maze somewhere. Oh, this part is actually black already. Oh, the goose. Come back here. Why is the goose leading me? Part 2, the Watchtower. Oh, that's neat. Always good to get a better picture of things. Kind of ironic, though. Usually in games when it's hard to see, it's pitch black. See also Doom 3. This is like the anti-Doom 3. Where you need to inject some blackness just to be able to see. Pitch white, my friend. Pitch white. Oh. Well, that's lovely. It did say the Watchtower. So, obviously. Wait a minute. That's on repeat. Then how can I not see myself? Whoa, what the frick? It's like, Human Fall? I forgot what the game is called specifically. I think it's called, Humans Fall Flat. It reminds me of that. Or just repeats in different ways. That's crazy. I think this game may have come out before that, too. I don't remember what PlayStation system this was on. It might have been the PS3. Yeah, the graphical assets do look, low-tech enough that it might have been on the PS3. Obviously, I'm playing it on PC. Not related or anything like that, just, the native port.
The king's new subjects were tired of white. They were tired of tripping, of banging their shins, of misplacing their homes. So they started painting everything, ruining the king's spotless design. In response, the king outlawed all non-magical brushes and pledged to spend the next month painting shadows for his kingdom.
Okay. Clearly he wasn't on top of that, was he? Also, apparently the king is related to the kid that went missing in What Remains of Edith Finch. Spoiler alerts.
Whoa.
Interesting. Oh, okay, he did draw shadows. It looks like I don't even have to splotch up this part. But, you know. I guess this place doesn't follow the normal convention. Part 3, the first castle. The normal convention of light. I guess everything was just completely bright at all times, so he had to actually draw in shadows. It's kind of funny. Because in a lot of older games, shadows were baked in for the most part. Obviously, starting with the PS2 era with the GameCube and the Xbox and all that, real-time shadows were starting to become more common, but the environment was still pretty much pre-baked shadow maps, while any real-time shadows were relegated to the characters for the most part to save on processing power. Unless, of course, it was something on the Xbox or maybe GameCube and it had some more real-time shadows, like Splinter Cell Chaos Theory and Doom 3 even on the Xbox, surprisingly.
Whoa.
Well, wasn't that nice? Look at that. Now that's a nice little representation. Too bad I had to splotch all of it just to see where I was going. Jerkish king. Not making things easier for me. How dare you? Right.
Whoa.
Hey, Goose. I probably don't need to splotch up this part. This part. Look at that hedge maze. Funny thing is, I don't even have to solve it. I could just jump on top of it. Even though the puzzle is pretty easy to solve. I'm gonna do this anyway. Yeah, I didn't figure I could make that jump, but at least I made most of the way there. Easy peasy. Get me through that door. Thanks, pal. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Oh, wonderful. Isn't that just delightful?
The king was so frustrated with the messy, demanding people of his kingdom that he decided to start over. One morning he painted a boat and set off to find the perfect spot. He told himself he'd come back someday to finish what he had started, but of course, he never did.
Of course not. I guess I gotta jump down there? Maybe I gotta go this way. Ah, right, the Swan is going that way. Have to use telescope. That's nice. That's real nice. What do we have here?
For the first time in weeks, Monroe felt good. He felt even better when the wind pushed him close enough to reach the Swan. He was feeling so good, in fact, that he forgot all about his fear of heights. But when the Swan wriggled free and Monroe fell over the side, he remembered almost immediately. That might have been the end of Monroe if this were a shorter story, but it isn't, which is why Monroe's troubles were just beginning.
Oh, wonderful! There's a shark. Isn't that great? Empty city? Okay. This game is slightly longer than that. It's not gonna end that quickly. That'd be weird if it was, you know? Just gotta wait for it to load. Everything will be fine. Probably.
Monroe scrambled out of the water and found himself in a massive city with no sign of the Swan or anyone else. Well, except someone's enormous pair of feet. These were attached to a giant who could have been a big help in catching the Swan, but, unfortunately, here was the laziest giant who had ever lived, and it was his day off. Having celebrated in his usual way, he was now sleeping it off and quite unable to hear Monroe yelling. While he was looking for a way to wake the giant, Monroe noticed something even better: a floating ship.
Interesting. Yes. I think, yeah, the Unfinished Swan game was definitely done before What Remains of Edith Finch. And then What Remains of Edith Finch, spoiler alerts again, was made to sort of tie it in, to give the king a backstory, I think. As I recall. Wait, blue? Why am I shooting blue now? I can do different colors. I didn't just have to paint everything black. Weird. Okay then. I should probably activate this. Oh, I see.
Sometimes the giant wondered about where all the people in the city had gone. Mostly he worried they might come back and ask him to clean their gutters or put out their fires. But they never did, and that was why the giant, who was the laziest that had ever lived, was also the happiest.
Right. Fair enough, I suppose. The Swan is headed in this direction. Not that it wants to be away from me, necessarily, but it is guiding me in one direction. Oh, that's water, I see. I guess it's because he fell into the water. At least now I can do this all I want, not have to worry about messing up the place, huh? How do I get out of here? Yes, it shows that, but how do I get up there? I can get temporary color with this. But it's not a whole lot. Only temporary bits of insight. Oh, wait. Footsteps in this direction. Oh, look at that.
Before he discovered painting, the king was a potter. He loved the simplicity of a well-spun pot. So when his subjects complained that his new city was too austere and that there was nowhere to relieve themselves, the king ignored them. But when they started relieving themselves in his pots, the king hastily built them a sewer system.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself, king. That's disgusting. I mean, I'd do the same if I was in their shoes. I'm mostly saying it's disgusting on the king's behalf. That he forced them into that position in the first place. You can use balloons to buy things from the toy menu. Okay, then. Cool. Like what? Oh, a radar that lights up when you get close to a balloon eases paint splats and anything else you've created. Oh, interesting. You can do that. You can clean the canvas. Early sketches and models created to help establish the game's look fires a steady stream of paintballs. Neat. Not that it's really required or anything. Oh, okay. Look at that. Do this. Ah, I see. Water. That's great. Now I can reach it. Good old H2O. Bats. Don't mind me. Good. They're more like real-life bats, not video game bats where they attack you. Bats in real life, they might, if they're threatened, obviously, but typically don't. Scaffolding, part 2. That's nice. Sweet. Get me up that ladder, man. Everything is gonna be just fine. 2 out of 28, huh? Not bad. I know. Just had to get myself a little balloon first. Oh, interesting. What the? It seems to be a porta-john. And it's unisex. Which would make sense given it's basically one use only. Single occupancy. I mean, obviously. Hey, Swanee. Don't mind me. Ballin'. Oh, that's nice. The question is, which direction am I actually supposed to be pointing it towards? Probably that way. Let's go that way. Oh. It has already gone the most it can go to. Ah, darn it. Let's bring it back in this direction. Oh, I see. We gotta take it this way so that I can then get on top of it. That makes sense, I think. Yes. It is logical, I would dare to imagine. Kind of funny how, as the Swan is running away from me actively, it's also somehow taking the time to leave behind breadcrumbs. Thank you kindly. Now we can go back. Nicely done. 5 out of 28. I think it's enough to get the cheapest thing here? Yeah, it is. It's enough to get the clean canvas thing anyway. Unlock chapters. Opens up every level of the game. Access via the chapters menu. Why would I do that? A sniper rifle. Fires balls with deadly accuracy. Not really. Actually, it fires balls in a straight line. Sometimes activated by pressing V. Pauses balls in midair. Useful for throwing dozens of balls at once to make a giant mess. Activated by pressing T. Oh, that's nice. You mean I can do Zawaldo? Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Zawaldo! Tokyo to the day! Or I could make it in a more heroic gesture. We just go down here first. Start platinum. The world! 5 more seconds. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1 second. Time resume. That was fun. That's kind of fun. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, no more screwing around. Nice. Okay, what's this?
As the city filled up with people, the streets filled up with garbage. In a fury, the king painted over the roads with a canal, which swept away the trash, along with some of the slower children. But the water brought something else, a horde of vines which began covering the city.
Dude, what were you thinking? Seriously, what in the world were you thinking? You couldn't have drawn a dumpster or something? I mean, come on, bro. Oh boy. Wait a minute. Oh wait, do I have to do it the other way? Oh no, I'm dumb. I gotta get in there. Oh, I see. What's with those evil eyes you're giving me, huh? You were giving me some pretty evil eyes there, weren't you? Buster Brown. Part 3, New Growth. I see. Maybe if I just put the water directly on the vine. Ah, there we go. Why don't you grow up there? That's better. Come on, there we go. Another balloon, here we go. That's always fun. The world. It'll all be fine. I got you now, though, you swan. You're not gonna keep away from me forever. Oh, now I get it. I'm coming for you, Swanee. But unfortunately, I'm all out of time. So as I make my way up these vines, hopefully the game does save at some point, I may just have to say that is it for now. Oh, okay. That's nice. Right. They're vines. Duh. Thank you so very much for tuning in with me. Make sure to spread these videos around like vines and paint. And I will see you all next time. Now go out there and capitalize on life. Peace out, have a good one. And be sure to let your art flow. In more ways than one. See you on the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe and hit the bell icon to keep notified of new videos, and maybe even check out these videos right here. If you wanted to like and leave a comment, that'd be great too.